We're here at TRYX Computex 2025, and we're starting with some cool products, of course. We're going to see Panorama Standard SE and Panorama, but we have something more, and without any additional introduction, let's go directly and check out what we have from them this year. So we start with Rota SL ARGB fans, which, as you can see, compared to the past generation, what we had on the Panorama, they don't have the cable. And the reason for that is this right here. So you have a magnetic connection where this happens, and you simply connect it back on, and it works just like that. Now, this will be featured on the new Panorama, which has Acetec Gen 8 V2 pump with the 6.5-inch screen, curved, of course, and the same thing with the magnetic fans. This is how, well, eventually they stop. But basically, we have an upgraded version with new fans and a new pump, which definitely looks promising. Forward, you already know about the Panorama SE. You saw the reviews of that, black and white. Everything is regular. So this is a Adela pump from Acetec, curved screen, and as you can see right here, they are still keeping the cables just for the cost-effective part. Now what we have right here is their new and first basically air cooler called Turris with a single fan. You'll have an option with two fans, and of course the huge LCD screen. We're having 5-inch screen right here in front, which is magnetically attached, where you get the access for the fan, and basically when you place it back on, it automatically starts to generate the photo, the image, the video, whatever you have it over there, and basically that's it. So we're having two 80 watts TDP with, I think it's with two fans. There's going to be two configurations. We're having a single fan right in the middle, and you have the option with two fans. Now, I think this front fan is looking like 120, so we're having two 120 fans. It's going to be a bit tricky, but I'm quite curious when we're talking about the RAM clearance. And of course, you'll have it in white and black combination, which will launch in Q4. Now, there's another cool thing, and I'm going right after that. So we're having here their new AIO called Stage. So it has the mirror effect right here. Let me just do a bit of a close-up. As you can see, it has two screens, dual 4-inch HD screens, which have the possibility to do the mirror effect, because as you can see right here, there is a mirror that kind of reflects and kind of does the mesmerizing effect. Now, as you can see, let's see if this... I didn't do anything at this moment, but it usually reflects. And as you can see, you have a stage band. That's why we have the name Stage. And secondly, we have here something else as well, which kind of gives you the option with different figurines and possibilities to do actually what you want. Of course, we're going to have the Rota SL fans that are also magnetically connected. And of course, we're going to have the Rota SL White as well on the Panorama, which also goes with Acetec Gen 8 V2 pump. Okay, there's something interesting happening right here. As you can see, we have a custom loop right here, and we have a curved screen as well. What they did and what they're going to do basically is we're having a block, and you see that we have inlet and outlet as well. So there's not going to be a pump here. We're just going to have a CPU block that, if you want, and if you're going with a custom build, you can, well, custom loop actually, you can go and place their water block with a curved AMOLED display, which comes from TRYX Panorama, and you can manage a custom loop with it, and that's basically it. So it just has that water block, no pump, because that would be a bit different compared to an AIO, and that's it. You can manage it. You can, for the first time, have a curved AMOLED screen in your custom loop. So that's interesting. Now, when we go here, we have the Luca L70 Air, which basically almost the same, but on front, what you get is two large fans, and it doesn't say specifically the size. Before the release, they're going to make changes here so it looks more attractive and stuff like that, but they wanted to most likely leave it here so everybody can see what's it all about. The interesting things, you have these pogo pins that connect here to the front, and basically you don't have to pull out any of the cables just to get the access to, or just to remove the front panel. So easy access, full mesh, and you get more airflow through the front of the case with Luca L70. What we have here is the arc vision. So you have a curved screen on front, which won't be just for the visual aspect. You'll have also functions, so you could do Spotify or whatever in those terms, as you can see right here. And the screen here inside the case through the software will be directly connected to this one. So if you have, for instance, what I got an explanation, if you have a, for example, a ping pong ball that goes from the top, it will continue here to the bottom. And this is just a mock-up. They will go with something a bit more quality. We'll have a real wood option, or you'll have a pearl option as well. This is just currently a sticker, but this will most likely be something like a limited edition, which will also be quite cool to see on front. I think they're just going to go with the screen here as well, with the wooden part and the pearl. And yeah, that's it. They're aiming for something with higher quality, so this will be most likely changed. This is currently just plastic, just for the show, of course, but eventually it will either be mesh like this, wooden part, or something similar to that. It's still in the, let's say, production phase. We have full tempered glass, one piece, curved, as you can see, and it matches the screen going right to the bottom, so it kind of fits without a doubt quite nicely. Then we have some riser cables. We have 20 Gen 5, of course. We have 20 centimeters and 30 centimeters, which will be most likely suitable for some sort of a case if you desire to go with some vertical GPU placements. And the last case, as you can see right here, what we have is the TRYX Flova case, which has the option to either go, as you can see on the right, we have three 120mm fans, and you can see a bit dark part that covers those RGB lights on the right. This right here is some sort of a turbine that, as you can see, you have an opening right here near the tempered glass, which will be, currently it's fully TRYX produced, but this is it. So it's something like a turbine. It is located here on the side of the chassis. And with it, it will create an intake. Currently, it's still in production and most likely will be released in Q1 2026, which will give us some sort of a different approach into air cooling. As you can see, the case has fabric front and fabric side, because you can place two 120 fans here on the power supply shroud, which will give you more intake, luckily because of the opening here, and the front as well, which is easy removable. You have a lever here, you pull it out, all attached on pegs, and it's washable. So that's really good, because eventually you'll get some dust here collection, which you really want to clean up, because this fabric looks outstanding, and it's not like that soft fabric. It's actually really harsh a bit, so it would be easier to clean and much more aesthetically pleasing. So when we're talking about the turbine, currently it is, as I heard, producing a bit louder noise, high decibel range, but they will eventually try to produce it to create a bit lower noise, but still to be effective for cooling. And basically that sums up the booth for TRYX at Computex 2025. We've seen new cases, air coolers, which is quite interesting with that LCD screen, which is magnetically attached, one fan, two fan, everything is possible because you have it in variety of options. So basically you can go with either one or two fans, you can order them as you wish. Then we have the turbine option in a case, which is definitely going to be also something new and interesting on the market, just to see how that will work in terms of airflow, and of course, new pump, new Aztec pump V2 Gen 8 in their Panorama, and new fans, which is also going to be interesting to see how it actually performs all together. So guys, that's it for TRYX booth, and well, we'll be seeing that everything in the reviews coming quite shortly, and Q4 and Q1 2026. Thanks, see you soon, bye.